everyone, Kat here. I'm going to be doing my first live reaction to one of the Confronting Kingdom stories. Usually I do essays and stuff, but we're just gonna react right off the cuff here. Oh yeah, intros. I am a writer, both of the original and the fanfic variety, and I also turn my fanfics into cutscenes on this channel,
where I also do the voice of White Lily Cookie, so I may slip into that while we're doing this. We'll see. All these ages, what you dreamed of giving to Cookie kind, it was freedom.
And then White Lily has a what moment. The blade pointed at White Lily Cookie as a character. All the beasts have had their what moments. She's trying to steal the spotlight early. You bear a soul gem whose light once faded. Oh, I guess he's referring to her soul gem once being part of his? Or probably just referring to the whole Dark Enchantress thing. That would make the most sense. Probably what he's going to get honored the most for here. She's like, yeah, that sealing spell you did, I'm going to need to know how to do that, because Pure Vanilla tried to figure it out, and he didn't fare so well with that. Sorry, wrong voice.
Pure Vanilla tried to figure it out, and that went badly.
I guess Pastry Cookie is kind of worked up over that. Oh, ouch. Your words are no different from the vile beasts.
Do not let me in with Shadow Milk Cookie. Do you know what he did to Elderberry?
What? Oh, no, let's talk. So I guess a lot of this is going to be her proving herself to him. Because he's really not fully corrupted from what we saw. But he's sort of given up hope, but he's not going around going, hey, you know what's fun? Mass murder. Okay, and I'll mostly be reacting to what's actually going on in the game, but if we have a bunch of... if there's kind of a lull in between, I might add some White Lily voice stuff in between there. And White Lily's like,
Can we just talk this out? I can give you great gardening tips.
oh, we're falling down here. Okay. All right, yeah, sure. I'll claim that. A new batch of challengers has arrived. Oh no, that's never good. I feel like Charcoal Cookie is just like, I didn't ask for any of this. I was just chilling up there. You guys are like, yeah, I'm gonna come into the Catacombs. Great. Oh, poor Pastry Cookie. Oh, we just so happened to fall on some training grounds. That's not good. Oh, White Lily and her guilt complexes. It was me own decision to join you. Bad decision, mind you, but, you know, still mine. Aw. Pastry Cookie's got to be really having a crisis here. Between finding out what Silent Salt did and White Lily trying to do the same thing. Oh, they call them ear sings. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Not just icings. No, don't go alone, White Lily. If there's anything we've learned from the story so far, do not go by yourself. It's just a little creepy. This would be the second. Because there's also any of the spirits that die around the spire are also trapped in the spire, as I recall. The same in the Catacombs. Although these actually obey Silent Salt. Oh, she actually shouts out her attacks. She's gonna go for the magical girl look and the shouting the attacks, too. She attacked for blocking their view. It is really hard to, at least from when I've tried to do it, show action scenes in this format, so it's always really impressive when they can really get all that drama in there, even though they're kind of limited with what they're... I mean, they'll do the full animations, obviously, for the big moments, but... It says a lot about the writers and the voice actors. They could still make that feeling, and that just... all the sound design, really, getting that feeling of, yeah, there's a fight going on, and it's exciting and it's dangerous, you know? Oh, poor White Lily.
I'm used to going solo.
What would
What would Pure Vanilla do?
Yes, he would put others first, White Lily, like he always does. The thing he always does, he'll do it. She's gonna be so mad when, like, she comes back and Pure Vanilla's gonna be like, oh, yes, I decided we could be friends. Shadowmook's my buddy now. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, that'll do it. I had to see where White Lily did a similar thing, but that's a lot.
You're not gonna cut through my barrier? It's a giant lily.
Oh. Is she hearing his voice? Oh, is she here? Oh. Okay, I'm very curious if this is, like... So I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Beast-Yeast, all the stories are happening at the same time. My personal theory is that they're not happening at exactly the same time, just because some events take longer. Like, it took longer for the whole, for the whole pale ailment to spread. So I don't think they're going on exactly the same time, but it'd be kind of cool if she was sort of hearing him during kind of his trials at the Spire. But it looks like she's having a flashback here, which makes sense. Excuse me. Right, so I'm assuming this flashback is during the battle with Dark Enchantress's monsters. Makes sense. Okay, actually, so that's still one of the things that confuses me. If that is when this is, or if this isn't... They all have their soul gems at this point, obviously. But, like, when Dark Enchantress is there... Okay, no, this is not. Okay, never mind. I just assume that every horde of monsters is Dark Enchantress. I love how Colton Cheese is so full of herself. Darker Cow was like, we didn't win. Like, I mean, we sort of won, but maybe we didn't. Yep, everything to Pure Vanilla Cookie. He's kind of the main character. You of all cookies don't need to be so humble, Pure Vanilla Cookie. I have to be humble. That's my deal. This sounds like it's pretty early on. Golden Cheese will still compliment herself even when she's literally like, oh yes, I'm the most humble one here.
But anyone could do it.
Oh. Give Pure Vanilla a hug.
White Lily's like, I have to channel that inner optimism.
I will do all the voices if you let me.
So I like that she's taking what Pure Vanilla's strength was and seeing everybody's strength and trying to use that. Trying to take up the position of being a leader despite usually working solo. That's a nice character growth there.
Okay, even if that was an early flashback, I'm still gonna talk Dark Enchantress theory stuff. Because I want to.
But I've heard some fan theories that the White Lily we see during that battle, like in that opening sequence...
Hang on, let's find out what happened here.
It's just a scratch.
Okay, the fact that they're bringing it up makes me nervous.
No fictional character has ever said that, and it's ended well.
Like anytime there's like a little detail that the writers want to take and point out, I always... Like, is that going to come up later?
I can only imagine how formidable they would be with their dose intact.
Yeah, that's true. Like, we're only fighting spirits here, guys. By breaking through the walls or by walking through the walls, since we're dealing with spirits here. I also like the fact that that White Lily and Silent Salt, both of them, neither of them sort of have their own kingdom, their own space. Like by choice, it feels like. Yeah, I keep hearing different theories about how White Lily was there during that final battle with Dark Enchantress. And, like, was she an illusion or... Because wasn't her body physically back in the Fairy Kingdom? So I don't know if that's a detail they'll get into explaining on this one, but it's definitely something I'm curious about. There's a giant door pastry cookie. Yeah, you're in a dark catacomb. It's going to be ominous, sorry. So they're going to go through the recruitment trial here. Can a spirit, okay, a spirit be called a cookie? And introduced. It's like, that's a great debate. Let's have that later. She can debate, she can talk about magic, she's got all the skills.
Are there any cookies watching this that are interested in magic? I could give you some advice. Let me think. Don't be afraid to explore. Really, go to any lengths you need for the knowledge you're seeking, even if it means retrieving a piece of your ex-headmaster's soul from, you know what, just talk to your local librarian. That's a better approach.
Having a lot of battles here. Guess I could have done a team with White Lily and Pure Vanilla on it.
White Lily, why didn't Shadowmilk show up for the battle?
What?
He was supposed to be in this battle with us. Why isn't he here?
I don't know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell Silent Salt where he lives?
He lives in a giant spire. It's not hard to find. But yes, I did. Okay, back to the story now.
I see a skull in the background here.
This might be where the second one begins.
You feel so bad for the others being dragged along with her. You must face the mistakes of your past. That's not good for White Lily specifically. Though I would really love to... I hope it's not... Well, it probably is just White Lily, but it'd be interesting to see some of Pastry Cookie's past, too. So we really don't know a lot about what happened between her original story and now. Oh, that's not good. Oh, she got cracked. My gosh, how did I not notice that before? Jeez. That was not a small injury, White Lily. Oh boy. It's never going well for the ancient cookies when they see a dark version of themselves in a reflection. Because this is all flashback she's remembering. This is all stuff Dark Enchantress said before. Which I assume she heard as it was happening. Also interesting, she's sort of reverting to thinking of Dark Enchantress as herself. Oh, she's totally flashbacking. And then there was that moment where Pastry Cookie was talking, like kind of arguing with herself as well. Yeah, back she was trying to destroy the cake monster. So, interesting thing with in the wedding cake, the wedding cake and forest cake cookie update. In Black Forest cookie, in the wedding cake and Black Forest cookie update, there's a whole thing where the Saint Pastry Order is suddenly, like, they're calling that a blessing now, and then one of the cookies there is like, how can that be a blessing if she's becoming one of the tainted ones? And the Reverend Mother is just kind of like, shut up. So a pastry still holds to that. Now finally Pastry Cookie tells her, oh yeah, I kind of saw your whole past. I mean, she's been following her this whole time, so... Oh, no. I'm like, well, maybe she finds you trustworthy in some... Nope, she wants to kill you. Okay, so... The other side... I guess now we'll find out for sure if she's a Shadow Sister. I'm kind of assuming she isn't. I'm out of stamina jellies. Hold, please. I really hope that's enough. I was doing the monster menace right into the last second. Interesting. I wonder was she offered the chance to join the Shadow Sisters and she ultimately turned it down? Very curious where this is going. Also curious how much Charcoal Cookie knows about this, or if he's just like, I have no clue what's going on, guys. Oh, so that's all... that's all a illusion. I swear, 7 and 8 did this so many times. Like, I would think I would know what's going... on, and then it's like, nope, Shadowmoke pulled another stunt. This is literally how my whole fanfic started. It's like, oh wow, they body swap. Nope, illusion. Stop it with the illusions, guys. Choco Cookie's like, yeah, I've seen this before. But like, oh, they're so adorable having their first complete crisis of belief in themselves.
I should probably stick with the White Lily impressions. Let's see. What future adventures would I like to go on? Oh, maybe the ocean? If I come up with a way to make cookies less soggy.
Oh boy, okay. Alright. Lore flashback, yeah, this is the last headmaster of the Blueberry Yogurt Academy, who basically, like, gave himself up to protect all the students after White Lily's experiment went wrong. After she experimented, I can only assume experimented on a piece of Shadowmoke's soul. I've been really wanting to know what happens with this. Yeah, I done a bad thing at school. Now, I know it's saying that stuff to, you know, get to her. But there also is some truth to that, which, you know, is what makes it harder for her to deal with. But she's, like, dealing with all her teachers, I guess. Now with her saying that she thinks the cake wolves still, they're not any less worthy than other dessert creatures. Just keep adding onto the things that she has in common with Dark Enchantress. You speak of penitence?
Yes, all the time. It is my favorite subject when we're fighting anything.
It is so confusing. You were just really hoping to know what you are planning.
Well, yeah, you know, for the whole protecting my friends and all that.
Something I didn't mention. Oh. Aw, that is so low key though. That's like, what's your weak point? I work too hard. Like, I just didn't feel like, you know, hanging out with crumpled cookies my entire life. The time and experience that could change what we thought to be the absolute truth. It's an interesting reflection on what Pure Vanilla went through as well. He's like, call me crazy, but I think there's more to this than just torturing White Lily. And White Lily realizing,
Oh, there's salt everywhere. This would be terrible for gardening. You could really do with some lilies. Although, I hear they're poisonous, aren't they? Shoot. How am I not a poison type if that's the case? Also, why is my typing called brass as opposed to plant? It's like we're taking inspiration from another franchise.
okay, I see where they're going with that, with she's still curious and all that, but Okay, I would like to see if they do more reflection between. Oh, pure vanilla. That's not true. Oh, I'm curious if they do more reflection with. Dark Enchantress is her, like, doing all the things she wanted to do, but for a much less virtuous reason. Like, White Lily wants to make an ultimate cookie to, you know, help cookies live longer lives, and Dark Enchantress wants to make one just for destruction. Oh, this is right after. Oh, no. Okay. I want to focus a little here, make sure I... Oh, she got traumatized very early. Aww. Blue vanilla? Sorry. Pure vanilla is birds. I'm sorry. I call him blue vanilla because that's the nickname he gets in my fanfic since he's pure vanilla in Shadowmilk's body. Ginger Brave calls him blue vanilla to cut down on the confusion. For both the cookie's sake and the readers. Oh, I swear, pure vanilla is going to make me cry by the end of this. Oh gosh, that's all of them at once. That's very intimidating. You'll be fine, White Lily. Hopefully. And she said she has no time to repent, but she's sort of doing that by going through with all this too. Like, this is her way of trying to work through it and make it right. I'm having connectivity issues. There we go. By the way, I'm definitely going to still do an essay about all, but I'd really like to do a kind of comprehensive looking at all the beasts and the ancients and their stories together as a whole unit as well. So, but I want to be able to have some time on that and not try to rush through an essay in 3 days. She keeps saying it's nothing, but... Pastry Cookie's like, you're still in trouble, by the way. I just don't want to drown here.
I have a fairy alt, so I should have a mermaid alt too. That makes sense.
Interesting here. So she's really going to end up using pure vanilla as a model for solidarity. But she never had the full soul jam, though. She's always had the freedom. Prevail over deception. Just hearing Ginger Brave, you deceived us? You decepted us? So not gonna go well for White Lily. Oh. Nope, the others are not getting out.
I'm sure many of you want to hear about the Fairy Kingdom. Yes, well, it's quite an amazing, mystical place. You can find it. Oh, hang on. I have just received a letter telling me that if I continue talking about this, I will face legal action from the Fairy Kingdom. So, never mind. We can cut that, right? We can cut it. It's live. Oh, forget you heard any of that, okay?
Okay, I now have to do the gotcha pulls for the White Lily Pass, so hold please. Oh, okay, we got Clover. Do we get the new one? Got a soul stone. Okay, I'll take it. Got 3 of them. Okay. And yes, no, maybe? Okay, yeah, I know that's Mercurial Night, but it was very deceiving. I've been deceived. Oh, we got someone else. Okay. Oh. I love Fire Spirit! I love this knucklehead so much. I'm so happy to see him. This is not relevant to the story at all. Ooh, might be upgrading him again sometime soon. Nice. How many soul stones have I... That's got 7 soul stones for this thing. My gosh. Alright, let's do the regular cookie gotcha one more time. Nope. Okay, I had to run through the past and stuff a little bit, but I think we're back on track here. Let's go fight a mysterious shadow. Oh, nice. Yeah, now you guys feel bad for shooting at her. Has she been alive the entire time though? Because we saw her in the flashbacks. Of course, Black Sapphire and the other minions were alive all that time too, so hanging out with the virtues gives you semi-immortality, I guess. Oh, she's still thinking of the Salt of Solidarity, but he basically doesn't exist anymore. Or will she still consider Silent Salt to be her same commander? Not that I have a lot of insight on design and stuff, but I do think all their designs are really, really cool looking with the way they keep using like the salt shaker motif. Oh yeah. I would have sensed his return, therefore my order stands. So even she doesn't really know if she would see them as the same yet. Also, yes, all the battles in between are being cut because I forgot that I didn't realize I wasn't recording for part of this, so had to re-record and put this back together. Thankfully, I was still recording my reaction, the audio, the whole time, so. Yeah, White Lily with her.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. I saw Pure Vanilla do the self-sacrifice thing, and the last thing I mimicked from him worked, so this'll work too. Or maybe I should have just tried talking Silent Salt into planting a garden here. Can do cucumbers. Actually, maybe I shouldn't give gardening advice. Maybe someone else should give me gardening advice. You know, on how to maybe grow less lilies. I have too many of them. Bet Herb Cookie would know a lot about that.
Ooh, do you know what it feels like to fall? Yeah. White Lily knows something about that. White Lily is the most stressful leader to work under. She's like, you do this, and... Oh, interesting. This is not solidarity. Just sacrificing yourself. Someone talk to Pure Vanilla about this, please. Oh. So I'm just rereading this. Pure Vanilla Cookie, you had no other choice but to use forbidden magic to stop the darkness I unleashed. So are we talking about when he stopped Dark Enchantress Cookie, or is there something he did as a student after she unleashed everything there? 'Cause that would definitely be a side of him we don't know about. Like, that's not what I meant. But I think it's also really interesting about White Lily. Oh, I see we're at the scales now. I'm gonna get into that soon. Like, she does feel really guilty about what she's done, but she's not as timid, or just like, she doesn't just break down over it. Yeah, so she's sensing the Knights, or sensing Silent Salt Cookie come back? I think the Knights. Oh, because she can't. Oh, because she can't hear spirits like he can. I think I'm going to be sympathizing with Silent Salt a lot more after this one than after the last one. I feel like we didn't get to know too much about who he's become, you know? It's like we found out all who he was in the past. Oh, those are all the... Oh, she is about to be so disappointed. Just like us, did he change? Oh, this is not... This is gonna be heavy. I apologize. My voice is really scratchy. I can hear it. So, who are we talking to, if not Silent Salt? Nope, it is him. Okay, the Chamber of a God. So was there one of the... He's referring to one of the witches used to be there? Or just this is where he talked? This is where he talked to them? Which, okay. He sought their wisdom. Okay, so he says that they've abandoned us, so did he actually talk to them at one point? They're my secrets. You can't have them. Well, I guess so. So we know the witches didn't seal the beast, but I don't care about your questions. I guess this confirms that they did at least make the virtues. At least that's what I'm guessing we're going with here. I'm like severely hoping anything I'm saying makes sense after all this. Okay, so yeah, she does recognize him. Or accepts him, really.
Pondering why Elder Fairy entrusted me with the Guardian's power. I pondered it so much I completely ditched pure vanilla back there.
Okay, so this is... Alright. I'm slowing down on this line again. The silver tree did bear fruit, the new virtues. I was wondering about this from the moment we saw... So we always saw before that the new virtues, the ancients got their soul gems through different trials or proving themselves or something like that, and because we see them without their soul gems when they're younger. Second beast to go, you know nothing. Though a lot calmer than when Shadowmilk said it. Oh, shoot! Smiled when your other friend willingly trapped himself in the other realm? What the heck did Pure Vanilla do? What the heck did he do? Like, I know we see White Lily going through, like, kind of her spirit going through the dark side of the moon really briefly in her gotcha animation after the part where Dark Enchantress comes out, but yeah, I don't know what to think there. All right, we're coming up on the conclusion here, and I really, really want to... I know that all the beasts and the ancients now talk to each other in the kingdom, and I very much want to see what they all have to say. Oh, the line, the trifling with forces beyond your ken. That was, the read White Lily's line here.
Both of us wish to see the beast sealed for good. Well, like 4 of them.
Oh, no, wrong. Oh, yeah, no, he's like, nope, I don't want to seal them. I want them dead. Yeah, the trifling forces line. When Pure Vanilla is reading the book that eventually leads him to go exploring the Spire of All Knowledge / Spire of Deceit, that line, you are forbidden from trifling with sources beyond your ken. That was the exact line in that book there. So, which means it was an actual book. Honestly, the way they were setting it up, I wasn't sure how much of that was an actual text that had meaning, or how early was Shadowmilk messing with it basically to lead him there. So, but that was actually legit. Should your dough crumble or your soul jam lose its light, you will cease to exist. Oh. Okay, that's a little... So, like... Because we saw Pure Vanilla's soul jam get almost completely corrupted, and we saw Hollyberry's soul jam getting dimmer. Not going out, obviously, but she didn't seem to be suffering any physical effects from that. Like, not like that would put her in danger that way. I know this is interesting. I know we got this from the from the trailer, but I remember seeing someone in the Discord asking, did they actually choose that path? Were they like, oh yeah, Oblivion? Which obviously doesn't make too much sense. But at least my take on it here is him basically saying that, yeah, they had to know they couldn't keep doing what they were doing and get away with it. Somebody was going to stand up to them, somebody was going to stop them, and they were going to be justly punished for their actions eventually. So, by his definition, they chose Oblivion because of the choices they made. So they're gaining corporeal form just like that? And the Beast Cookies had to go through all that work to get new bodies. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah, here's the... Alright, I'm sure... Maybe I'll stick it if I have to edit this together anyway. If you look at the intro screen for Beast-Yeast 7, you have Shadowmoke there, and he has all of the little puppets in the background, and we sort of got a little preview of what was going to happen to each of the ancients when they faced their beasts, because we saw Dark Cacao kind of having the turning to flower. We saw Hollyberry losing her shield, and White Lily, all we saw was her hair was black for some reason, so I think that would be what we're getting right now. But yeah, also she's looking at the picture of the first headmaster in there too. And she went through all that, reliving what she did at the school. So is she actually a zombie in her alternate costume? Not that we will know for another few weeks, but... Oh, so are each of them going to... Oh, well, I relate to her so much. It's just I have so many thoughts going on in my head. Oh. Yeah, I unfortunately relate to the worrying about messing up too. Now, I'm wondering all the different masked characters we're seeing here. Kind of say, hey, you kind of are corrupted like each of us. Or try to tempt her with their corrupted virtues. Or maybe it'll just be sloth. I like that. But what good is it to endlessly ponder the questions of the world if you never step back into it? Okay, so alright, so she's gonna kind of confront each of the tainted half of the virtue, and then lean on what her friends taught her. Which is really what solidarity comes down to. She's pulling from all of her... I really, really like that. Let's see, I'm assuming golden cheese is next. I like golden cheese. Golden cheese is like, once I did not have money, and now I do. Now, I know there's more to her than that. Okay, I'm gonna try and talk a little less here because I'm getting very invested in what's going on here, and I don't want to skip stuff. Okay, so is this a vision she's seeing? Or back to my first question, is he actually speaking to her as Truthless Recluse while this is happening? Feel like she regrets leaving him behind now. Doesn't sound like she recognizes him. So is that going to kind of be the... when she's going back to rely on pure vanilla, that him being truthless recluse is making that difficult for her to kind of form that final connection? So is he an illusion, or... I swear if it's another illusion, no! I mean, really, if she goes back and then it's like,
Oh my gosh, pure vanilla, I had the most terrible vision. You had turned into this truthless recluse guy, and...
oh no, that happened. So I'm wondering if her... like, all the costumes are their alternate, sort of the... not even the beast winning so much as the fallen virtues sort of overtaking them. So for her, is that going to be her... I'm just calling it the wilted mourner until we figure out what it's actually called. So I wonder if that the wilted mourner is is White Lily taking the burden all on herself. Oh, every beast has thought that the light of the other one's soul gem was going to fade. All the other beasts could be like, no, we could tell you, that's not happening. Never works. Okay, alright, those are there. For some reason? Why? That was meant to be shared by all, like, from the beginning? So... and then these are each of their... so each of them confronting the beasts. Yeah, but now I want to know what he was talking about earlier, where the... like, we thought the virtues were made... that the soul gems are with them from the beginning, so were they meant to be a group thing from the beginning and then went to the virtues? Oh, okay, well, my fanfic isn't canon in one major part. I do have the Light of Freedom speak to her. No, the Light of Freedom has spoken to her before. Because she says to Dark Enchantress, the Light of Freedom will shine on you no more. I have to go back and watch that. Now, I would have absolutely sworn it spoke to her. When she basically tells, Dark Enchantress that the soul gem is not going to resonate with her. We're speaking in metaphors now. Oh, and there's the image we get from the we've seen in the preview. Still believe in the cause even if the methods are wrong. So she still wants to make a stronger cookie. So is she gonna try to basically take what Dark Enchantress cookie is making, like take the ultimate cookie and make it into something good in the end? That could be interesting. Alright. I have to keep guessing. It's part of the fun. He's not wrong. She's kind of doing what she did before. At least I can see why where he's getting that. So he's basically saying that becoming Dark Enchantress Cookie is what she secretly wants. Okay. Oh, shoot. That's not good. I guess all those different characters we see in the past from the different crumbled virtues are the ones that he actually saved at some point. Okay, this is another thing I was wondering about. Okay, so is that another thing that was... Because we know that the beasts don't have their physical forms anymore. Like, their physical bodies are gone. And I assume they just, deteriorated over time for being trapped in there and just their spirits were left kind of a thing, which I guess is kind of morbid, but Silent Salt has actually murdered them. And I guess just sealed their spirits because those couldn't... We just assumed it was their physical bodies trapped in there, but... Ouch. They're gonna be mad at him. He's gonna be like, the feeling's mutual. Okay, I was joking about the garden thing earlier.
I guess we can't grow cucumbers here.
Sorry. Okay, this is from the original opening scene. It just says Soul Jam. Oh no. Are all the others gonna show up? Oh! Ah! Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So they're not all happening at the same time. Hers is last. Or she's seeing a vision, but... Oh. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. But nope. No, I think she's seeing another vision. At least I'm assuming her friends wouldn't actually swoop in and be like, yeah, you kind of suck, actually. Alright, let's see how this ends up. Okay, so back to the... Oh! Oh my gosh, I've seen so... I skipped through it by accident. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I believe on my Discord, actually, there's... Someone did a very similar... Like a half and half kind of design kind of thing. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. That's gonna... And anyone who came up with a half White Lily, half Dark Enchantress design is gonna be super hyped right now. Mm. Yeah. I thought it'd be Mystic Flower who used the word prattle, but really brainstorming some ideas for future videos too. It's just the interesting philosophy stuff here, but that's something I want to take more time to kind of gather my thoughts on. No, don't do that. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh gosh, her hair is black because it's burning? Jeez. Oh, this is so cool. So that's her sort of like untainted self speaking to the like half tainted self using Elder Fairy's words. Not his exact words, but like sort of that. She's like in that position. Oh, that's the light of freedom. Interesting. So, yeah, I did an essay before on like comparing how some of the different ancients, their soul gems get corrupted by their opposite halves. Which it kind of happens to all of them, and I think Hollyberry, my argument is kind of that Hollyberry sort of goes into the Garden of Sloth already partially corrupted by just some of her past decisions. Then, of course, Pure Vanilla corrupts his on purpose, more or less. But White Lily's Light of Freedom was basically like completely silenced. It's very interesting. This line. I love how Ginger Brave is just the. Like for White Lily and Pure Vanilla both now, he's just the. Has just the right words to say and has no idea how significant it is for the people he's saying it to. It's very adorable. Now she's kind of seeing each of them in their darkest moments, basically. Aww. Me being with her friends there. I don't think we saw that picture with all of them on the bridge together originally. I think that's a new one, but I might be misremembering. Going up to the end here. Your self-chastisement will not save you. Okay, here it comes. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, they hit that scene. We've seen this in the preview. We saw it with the update, but they hit that one small scene at the beginning. And other people pointed this out, of course, but I love how Silent Salt is finally raising his head. Like he has some hope again, you know? I guess, yeah, that's a good point. She goes through a rebirth through the fire, like the same way as Dark Enchantress did. Alright, let's see how this all turns out. He's like, I'm not quite convinced. Sure, you were on fire and you awakened and now your soul jam is talking to you, but... Okay, so yeah, this sounds like the witches really did make them in the beginning. The witches granted us the virtues meant to reshape the world, but when the virtues fell... Okay, so when they started becoming the beasts, the witches just left then? Oh, okay, so... When each goofy was gifted free will, they reduced us. Okay, so that still leaves it kind of up in the air, I guess, if they still eat the sentient cookies or not. But that's definitely would explain why we see. I'm sure people will correct me on this, but I believe the first cookies from Witch's Castle are much older than like all that. Their lives as witches and not as cookies takes place way before any of the major events we see in Kingdoms. Silent Salt's like, I'm still gonna have a fight with you. I realize I don't actually have White Lily on my team, so I'm just gonna face one of the beasts instead, and her... There are two of the beasts, yeah, and they're the coffee and the coffee cookies. To be fair, I'm assuming this goes better if you have White Lily. Fair points way to freedom. Aww! I kneel before you. I love that. Okay, can... I know it's probably not going to happen, but like, can we have all the beasts in the Asians have a bonding moment? Yeah, before I pass on a secret, I must ask, do you trust me? Alright, so... Sounds like they've got themselves a beast sealing spell, or she's about to. And I do see there is an extra part up here. Are we going to find out what the heck was going on with Ginger Brave having a weird nightmare at the end of the last one? Aw. I release you. Yeah, but we don't wanna. Oh, alright, I lead you then. Pastry Cookie has to have so many mixed feelings right now. Oh, whoa. Why didn't you tell him that, little cookie, all your ancestors who kept their promise until the very end? Oh, you knew about, okay. Yeah, a lot of people predicted that the abandoned cookie was his ancestor. Uh-huh. There she goes. There she goes. Now she's leaving the order. Thank you. What you told me is more important than you think. And thus I too became a traitor. Okay. All right. She told her something. I can't go back to... Why, White Lily? Why can't you? Your story and the witch's magic. I've learned much more than I anticipated. Now I understand why I couldn't trace myself. Path ahead of me will put my friends in grave danger. No, don't! Like the darkness of the solar eclipse, our time together was destined to be brief. But that's... Okay, so that's the... I don't know if there's going to be an actual solar eclipse or if she's just referencing the riddle that the cookie that quizzed them right before they entered into the spire, which I assume was Shadow Milk because it was a riddle they learned from school and everything. I'm just going back to reread this here. Only I know my plans. Yep. Okay. Okay, so... I've been taking so much heat for my theory that Dark Enchantress Cookie has something to do with the same pastry order. And not so much heat. Okay, I've taken some heat. It hasn't been that bad. But I'm not sure what Pastry Cookie could have possibly known about Dark Enchantress that she could have passed on to White Lily. Well, we'll see when we finally get there, but maybe I feel just a tiny bit vindicated there. Sage of Truth flipping out while my little mini Shadow Milk, my cookie, is wandering around was kind of hilarious. Oh, and this moment when I wanted to see what White Lily would say to Silent Salt. Is she gonna tell him that, like, Elderfairy is wandering around the kingdom here? Oh, no! No! Schmilk, get away from there! It reminds me of the penalty of the Fairy Kingdom. Don't go there! You don't want to talk to these two! I think Burning Spice just... I'm sorry. I know to be reading their thing, but, like... They're just like, hey, do you think if we walk right in front of him, Silent Salt will, like, stab us again? That was fun. This whole thing was fun. I guess I just wanted to... Mostly just wanted to do something different for the 10K subscriber mark. I still cannot believe that's the subscriber number on this channel. That's crazy. Anyway,
I do hope you'll go and check some of my fanfic videos out, because they're probably my favorite part of the channel, and the voice actors just all do such an amazing job on the characters. I guess this is the part where I sign off with the signature happy reading and,
Happy reading and happy cookie training.